Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review, this time of McFarlane Collector's Edition. I don't know what wave number this is. I probably should have done that before I hit record, but I bought it for Sergeant Rock essentially, but the Connor Kent looked really good, and the Batman manga looked really good. The Batman manga, that logo has been popping up on t-shirts and things last decade or so, and I didn't know too much about it, but this also came out as a Superpowers figure, so it's been making the rounds. It's very sort of in style when I looked it up, and I'll talk about the history a little bit later. But this Connor Kent from Teen Titans is an amalgamation of Clark Kent and Lex Luthor's DNA. So the Platinum edition has the L right on his chest, which is, you know, he did when he sort of kind of lost his mind and became more Lex Luthor than Clark Kent. But that was a choice he made, and not really, you know, kind of a, you know, mind control or whatever, if I remember right. So he looks amazing. He looks just like the modern version, just blue jeans and that. You know, the last one came with a jacket, which is very cool. He comes with the bald Lex Luthor head with the eyes, which makes the Platinum edition so attractive, because he has the L, he has the Lex Luthor head, and that's really cool. I don't have the Platinum edition, but it'd be very cool. For Sergeant Rock, looks very classic. I'm not sure if I like the buzz cut on him. He looks like he joined a boy band, and then he was drafted right from NSYNC to go right into the military. You know, the dark brown kind of around, and then the lighter hair on top is just weird. It's just weird. It looks weird. Maybe out of the package it doesn't look so weird. Also, no guns. So he has a knife and a shovel, and it looks like he doesn't have any holding hands. He's got two fists there, and he's got like a pointer. He's got what looks like a gun hand. Looks like another pointer hand. It looks like a wider grip that he might hold a grenade in or something. So nothing to hold the knife with. There's a little thing next. That could be for the shovel, though. So I don't know if there's a place to put the knife comfortably, but it won't be in his hand. I'm also going to try out a number of McFarlane toys, accessories. From Accessory Pack 2, it's kind of this Walther PPK looking thing. This kind of looks like an M16. I know it's not an M16. I don't know what it is, but that came from Accessory Pack 2. And of course, these two came from Accessory Pack number 3. This one is in the right era for Sergeant Rock. And the bazooka is just funny. That just made me kind of laugh. So I thought, well, I mean, you know, bazooka, I mean, if you paint a yellow stripe, they had yellow back then. So, I mean, it's on his helmet, for crying out loud. So, it's possible. Anywho, that's Sergeant Rock. The Platinum version is just all green, like he's an army man. Like a plastic army man. And that's kind of, I get it. You know, what else would you do with that character? There is no real other version or anything. You could have given us one with all the same color hair, so you didn't look so weird. But okay, and the two textures, because the sort of the hairline is kind of dashed, and then once it gets up higher, then it's fuzzy, like he's got a perm. It's weird. It's weird. And Bat-Manga was something that they did in Japan, and in response to the Adam West series, they asked DC if they could. They licensed it, and they did their own stories in Japan, and that lasted for a year or two, and then it was mostly forgotten till it was dug up maybe 15 years ago. More than 15 years ago. It was dug up, and Chip Kidd, who's a cover designer for like actual novels and things, he's designed a couple comic book covers too. He's a big comic book fan. He's a huge Batman fan. He designed a book about Bat-Manga that combines all of the artwork in English and all of pictures of different products. So Bat-Manga has been around for at least 15 years in mainstream. But we had that Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man, that was the Japanese version of Spider-Man, which had it had a fascinating documentary. I can't remember where I saw the documentary, but Stan Lee talked about it a little bit. It was fascinating. So Batman and Spider-Man, that's super cool that they have that. The platinum version of this one is just black and white. So I'm sure that's probably how he looked in the comic strip. If they had a comic strip in Japan, he was in black and white. So that was fine. So the only platinum figure that would be kind of is the Sergeant Rock one. It's kind of funny, all green, but it's, But they look like solid figures in the packaging. Why don't we take them out and take them for a spin? Now that they're out of the package, let's take a closer look at them. Starting with Bat-Manga, which I managed to get into kind of a cool running pose. I just imagine this was my Speed Racer pose. Here comes Bat-Manga. He's a demon on wheels. I don't know if he had wheels. I don't really know anything about Bat-Manga except he's here. He has that logo. He had that the Japanese writing in the logo that was really cool, and it was on T-shirts and stuff. He has this rod. I don't know what it's for. Electric shock maybe. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Not sure what that's all about at all. But he did come with this red batarang that I couldn't get any of the hands to hold. He has this pointer finger, which I thought was funny. It came with that, so I left that on. There's a little bit of shorter grip than the one he had on when he came out of the package. I think, let's see. I think he came with, I tried the pistol grip hand. The one that looks like it's it could hold a gun. And of course, he has two fists for punching out bad guys. And he's got another sort of, not gun hand, but another hand that he could hold the rod in. So you could put one in each hand if you wanted to. He has this top thing that really spins if you give it a good go. I don't know if you can see that real well, but there you go. That's very cool. It's a little spinny top. I don't know what it does. I'm not sure what its addition to the character is. And then the rope, it's got a little knot in it, so it doesn't come untangled. Has a little grappling hook and stuff, so that's very cool. It's just a really nice little touch. I think Spider-Man manga had something that was not like a web shooter, but it was like a net shooter or something. So things are different in Japan. They re-envision the character, which is very cool. This is very, very close to sort of a 50s kind of or a 60s Super Friends with the marks on the cowl where you can see the expression and the shading and the belt and everything. It's even very close to an Adam West Batman with the big pouches and things. It's a really cool Batman figure. It's got the which I haven't seen the white lining on the white lining on the boots, the white outline around the yellow utility belt. Of course, the white in the mask. It's just really cool. It's as far as repaints go, maybe the sculpting is new. I'm not sure. The logo's definitely new. That's very cool. I like that a lot. But the grays, kind of the dark, the light, the white, the sort of muted yellow, and the way muted yellow on the belt, all just look really, really good. I like this figure a lot. I don't know that much about Bat-Manga. I had to look up the history before I did this review, but I'm into that kind of stuff with like the Marvel Legends Spider-Man manga figure. I was into learning about that. I think it's really cool that Japan had their own version, and even though I haven't read up on it, I don't know anything about it, I still think that we have enough Elseworlds Batmans, enough Black Label, Earth One Batmans, that Bat-Manga is absolutely welcome in that multiversal sort of tapestry. Very cool. Also, he has I forgot about the stand with the card. The card, of course, has the logo with, I'm sure it says Batman in there in Japanese. I don't know who does the art, but it's very cool. I wish that, Robin were a little more off to the side so the print didn't go right through his face. The same with the logo. I wish it was, the logo was a little bit clearer of the stamp. That would have been cool. And that is Bat-Manga. Next up, Connor Kent, aka Superboy. He comes with a ton of stuff, but I kept the fists on that he came with. I replaced the expression from sort of the neutral expression that he came with, this one here, and I replaced it with the more ferocious one because I put him on this stand that he comes with. That's a smashed piece of concrete stand. Now you're wondering, like, wouldn't it be better if he had the really angry look? And I'm like, well, in order to put this on, I need the platinum version that has the L cut into his chest for the Lex Luthor version, because that's, when the baldness is appropriate, is if you have the Lex Luthor version. And also the trigger hand for him makes no sense. But a pointer finger, that's very cool. He can use the pointer finger to point at things. So I was setting up for a big reveal there for the action figure stand, because like I said, we have the dented concrete one, which is a really cool base, and I wish more of the figures came with that. And maybe McFarlane's like, you know what, I could release a whole thing of just these bases, different bases, and then you can put your figures on it. If they're thinking about accessory packs and things, why wouldn't they think about little environmental packs? McFarlane, come on. He's got this card. Very cool. It was packaged in there real poorly, so it's all sort of bent up and kind of mangled. It wasn't on the cardboard because there was so much stuff packaged on the cardboard. First on the cardboard was a standard action figure stand, and then something I've never seen before is a flight stand with the standard action figure. See, usually it's one or the other. You get this one or you get this one, because this one already has a stand that they can stand on. But Connor Kent comes with 3 action figure stands. He comes with a regular stand, he comes with this broken concrete stand, and he comes with a flight stand. And DC's flight stands are awesome. Super awesome. And this Connor Kent is just classic. He's lost the jacket of his youth. He's got that black logo, Superman logo. He's got the jeans. He just looks just really amazing, like he would. This is the Connor Kent who hangs out in Smallville and wears boots and everything. He is a terrific character, introduced during the reign of Superman, and he was reintroduced. And I think during the reign of Superman, he wasn't part Clark and part Lex. He was just, I don't know what he was, but it wasn't that. But now his DNA is both of them. So he's always kind of fighting an internal war against sort of, how Lex would feel and how Clark would feel. So he's tried to surround himself with as many people from Clark's lives, including his ma and pa, Kent, and Crypto. Crypto keeps him grounded. Crypto came with a collector's edition figure. It was Superman. So Crypto would look real good paired with Connor Kent at his side. He looked real good in a Teen Titans display, a modern Teen Titans display. He's just he fits in with the Superman family. He fits in with the Titans family. He comes with 3 action figure stands, man. I can't explain to you like what that was like. I was just like, holy smokes, this is cool. It was just super cool. And that is Connor Kent, Superboy. Now for a closer look at Sergeant Rock. In the package, he's got his arm sort of around the helmet like he's holding it. The paint on it looks a little bit discolored. You can see pock marks in there, probably from bullets and things. The helmet is hyper detailed. The helmet and the expression, the little wind burns on his cheek, like he's been hiking through cold weather. It just looks amazing. That helmet is a great sort of mix of that kind of the camouflage and just sort of messy paint. It just looks so good, and that's repeated on his chest and on his vest. That sort of pattern where it's, you know, it's dark green and followed by darker green, almost black. He's got the dog tags. It's really cool. They're not hanging anywhere. He's got a backpack that I think you could take off by removing his arms. Otherwise, maybe the straps come off, or maybe it comes off. It doesn't seem to be a post for it to go into. It seems to hang loose on the back. But that has holes in it also from maybe firefights and things. So he's been hit with artillery, but always in safe places, which is weird because he's sleeveless. He's got a canteen in the back, got a place for the knife in its sheath here, which probably should have been a full sheath. It's a little weird to have it that low. He's got hair on his arms. Look at the hair on his arms. He's a hairy guy. The pants with the patches on them, and the boots. Just real stomping boots for going through jungle and over terrain. It's really cool. Giant pockets. Giant pockets for stowing equipment here. He's just a really solid figure. I paired him with this rifle. It's from McFarlane's accessory pack 3. I think he has an extra hand. Well, this is kind of a gesturing hand, sort of a come here or go over there kind of hand. He comes with definitely a 2-point hand that goes, hey, go over there. And he comes with this, which must be for him to sort of grip a weapon. Let's see. And yeah, if you put that hand on, he could grip the weapon like that. It's creepy. He has 3 hands. Oh, what's happening here? And Mike, where's the haunted tank when you need him? Because that was totally a DC property too. Once you take the helmet off, my only complaint with the figure, other than it didn't come with guns of its own, is that haircut. It's sort of a fade, but then it, on top it's weird, and then there's some breakthrough with the color. You can see the brown sort of peeking through a little bit in places. Or maybe that's my imagination. It doesn't come through on camera. I don't know what the yellow is on his face. Maybe it's not wind burns after all. Maybe it's paint. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit of war paint. I'm sorry, it's war paint. Okay, yeah, but the hair is just ridiculous. Unless he's joining, Backstreet Boys or something. He's got the shovel, which I stowed into the backpack. I don't think he has a hand with which to wield it. Except for maybe the hand that is holding the rifle, but it's a little big. The hand is a little big to be holding a shovel, but it's also a little bit big to be holding a knife. So Sergeant Rock looks really good with this rifle. Let's see what else he can hold. I know what you're thinking. That ain't fair. That's probably not what he would use in the comic book. But I didn't read much of the comic. I think I've read a couple Sergeant Rocks, but he was before my time. But I did enjoy some of the stuff that I would run into in the barbershop, or if I got a lot of comic books when I was a kid, and I'd go to the quarter bins, and he was in a book with Batman or something. I might pick it up. I don't know that he didn't use a bazooka, so I'm just going to claim ignorance on that one. But he looks good with a bazooka. This is a more modern version of like an M16. I don't know what it is exactly. I know that it's not an M16. An M16 would have looked really nice with it. Although, I don't know if M16s were used in World War II. So I'm not super sure that would have been accurate. But I would have accepted it as far as, my shelf, because I don't know any better. For the little Walther PPK, I'm not sure what that is. It looks like his finger's in there, but his finger's not through the trigger guard. His finger's too big to get into the hole. So, no joy there. I forgot to tell you about the card. I don't know that this is Joe Kubert. It could be one of the Kuberts did this. And I'm not sure. It looks photoreal. I don't want to say that's Joe Kubert, but I just feel like that would be the best. That would be the best way to sort of honor that character is with a Joe Kubert image. So I don't know, that's probably me projecting, and it's probably not real at all. Probably not something that's authentic. So Connor Kent is the only one who didn't come with one of these stand-ups. Instead, he came with like 85 stands. It was really cool. I'm a big fan of extra, so if they want to lose these little holders for the cards, if they want to lose the cards and just give us broken concrete, things, or they want to give us, environmental stand-ups or stands that are more diorama in nature, yeah, do that. You want to give me extra hands, extra weapons, you want to give me extra heads. I mean, Connor Kent had 3 figure stands. He had 2 extra heads. Bat-Manga was sort of winging it with just, how about 4 hands? And we'll put 4 hands in Sergeant Rocks, and that's all you get. But there wasn't a plethora of stuff in those packages. The weapons I had to get from the McFarlane accessory pack. These 2, of course, are from number 3. And these 2, of course, are from number 2. Little pistol. So, if you haven't picked up a McFarlane accessory pack yet, I would say why and do it. I think at least 3 is still available as I'm recording this, I think. So it's been out for a while, and hopefully he re-releases them with different colors, different patinas, different assortments, and hopefully we'll keep getting that stuff. But also hopefully we'll keep getting more cool stuff like broken concrete, action figure stands like Connor Kent's. That would be super cool. It'd be awesome to have a ledge of a building stand for Batman. It'd be cool to have like a jungle stand for Sergeant Rock. Those things would just be amazing. And he already did it with Connor Kent once. I just want him to keep doing it and keep innovating, because the McFarlane Collector Edition is not cheap. So we would like to have a little bit more to it. We don't want it to be a regular figure with a stand. The stand is cool for some collectors. I'm sure some collectors are getting a big kick out of it. I am not. I want more flight stands. I want more broken concrete. I want more extra heads. I want the platinum figures to make sense. Connor's 1000% makes sense. The L in his chest. He's got the alternate Lex Luthor head. That's a whole different figure. That's awesome. Bat-Manga has the black and white. I get it. It was probably a comic strip. Sergeant Rock with a Green Army Man one. I gotta admit, man, I don't like it, and at the same time, I 1000% love it. It's a huge swing for McFarlane. It's a huge it's just the commitment and let's turn him into a Green Army Man. Hell yeah. That's an amazing suggestion. That's a suggestion that should have been shouted down, but it didn't. That got through. And I admire it, man. I think that if I had it, I wouldn't toss it back. But these are definitely the versions of the characters that I wanted, and I'd love to have a platinum Connor Kent. But the other two I don't need. But wow, the platinum figures in this series in the collector's edition tend to be really amazing and comic book accurate, and give you just either a separate character that has that same body sculpt, or just a different version of that character from a different era. And I dig that. But I like these three figures. These three figures are all welcome additions to my collection, and I like them more than I dislike anything about them. They were really cool. They were absolutely worthwhile to make. I think that all three of them, especially for how heavy Sergeant Rock is and how just thick he is and stuff, they all deserve the collector's edition treatment. Bat-Manga, because you're only going to release him once, and that's probably it, and he should get a special pack. Connor Kent, he has 3 action figure stands, and that makes him premium, I think. And Sergeant Rock, like I said, just a monster of a character, tall, just amazing. So they were a lot of fun to open. They were a lot of fun to pose out. They were a lot of fun to sort of get to know. And hopefully you got your hands on these 3. I think that they were sold out pretty quickly. Am I projecting? Am I thinking of something else? There was another McFarlane series that came out. It sold out in a split second, and I missed out on it. And I thought I would have liked to have ordered it, but I hesitated, and I lost the opportunity. But maybe this one didn't sell out for a while. Maybe it didn't sell out for a while. Maybe that's right. Maybe it was just kind of hung out. I think that's one of the things when you get something that sells out, you're like, yeah, that's right. I got my finger on the pulse. But when you miss out on something like that, and then you order these, and they don't sell out, and you go, oh man, I went all in on these things that are going to be, $10 on Amazon in the next 3 months or something. But I don't think that's the case. Now I'm rambling. All right, I'm going to let you go back to your toys, because as always, enjoy your toys.